So One UI Home Launcher is basically one of the best stock launchers that are available for any of the Android devices out there today in the current market, because it offers a lot of customization features even better than maybe Oxygen OS or even Pixel launchers and so on. Even though its Material U theming may not be that good like the Pixel, but it still gives you lots of extra features. So in this video I'm going to talk about some of the best personal One UI home settings that I personally use for myself whenever I'm doing some home screen setups. Now keep in mind that I'm not going to download any third-party apps, not even the Good Lock apps, alright, because Good Locks basically has lots of features. You can just make a separate video on it, but I'm not going to cover the Good Lock modules and so on. I'm not going to use the home app, anything else. I'm not going to download any icon packs. I'm just going to show you the default widgets, the default icons, the default size, and some of the get best settings. Now first up, let's get started with the home screen. So you can see listed that you have a lots of home screen setups. Actually, it's just swiped up. You can remove those extra pages. There's long pressing on it, selecting the delete option from the top, and then you can even add some pages. When you long press on this specific home page, you'll find the editing page, right? If you go to wallpapers and styles over here, you can just choose a color palette based on your wallpaper, which is called Material U theming. So when you go to color palette, you can just turn on color palette. You can choose a basic color wallpaper that you might want to choose. You can also apply the palette to app icons, then click on apply, and then with this time when you come back to home screen, the icons will actually be applied to your home screen, which is called the Material U theming. But personally, I don't like it because the icons just look so high contrasted. Sometimes the color doesn't match properly. So to turn this feature off, just long press on it, select wallpapers and style, go to color palette, turn off apply to app icons, and then just click on apply, and then turn off color palette as well. This is one of the other customization features that you have. The other is a Samsung free customization. So if you long press on it, if you swipe towards the right hand side, if you turn this thing on, which is called Samsung free, you get Google's or just Samsung's default news section. Now if you're using the latest smartphones, then you also have Google, but for some reason Samsung doesn't use the Google Discover, and it doesn't allow me to use the Google News instead of using Samsung News, because I personally want to use Google applications, but this is just one of the downgrades from Samsung phones. I don't understand why they do this, but fortunately you can even customize the news that you see inside of it. The other is the home screen icon customization. So if I long press on it, and then if I go to settings, I can just select the home screen grid over here. Then I can also actually select the app screen grid, the folder grid. I can show app screens button on home screen. I can also lock home screen layout in order to prevent any changes. I can hide apps on home screens. I can show notification numbers, or if I can simply show some dots depending upon what I want. I personally prefer dots because numbers are a little bit distracting. So let me just come back. You can also turn on rotate to landscape mode. You can swipe down for notification panel. This means that if you turn this on, you don't have to go from the top to swipe down. You can just swipe down from an empty space, and your home screen will actually be swiped down just like this. You can see the quick settings panel. The other customization I'm going to talk about are the widgets. Now with the integration of Android 13 and One UI 5 skin, Samsung has also actually released a feature called stack widgets, which means that you can stack widgets on top of each other. To enable this, just long press on it, then go to widget section. So let's say there is a battery widget that I want to use, right? I'll just drag and drop this widget to my home screen like this. So let me just drag and drop this like this. And let's say I want to stack another widget just to save more space. I'll long press on it, select widgets, select another widget that I might want to add. So let's say that this is the widget that I want to add, right? What I will do is I can stack this widget on top of that. So just long press on it, drag it on top of that widget, and now you can see it will be stacked on top of this. If I swipe left or if I swipe right, you can see the widgets will basically be stacked upon each other. This is also one of the many useful features that you can actually personally use. The other is, let's say your app screen is actually a little bit messed up, because let's say the icons are all here and there. So you can see one icons are missing there and the other icon is going here or something like that. Instead of having to drag them manually to this position, what you can do is just click the three dots icon, then tap on clean up pages, then click on apply over here, and then once you click on apply, automatically all the app icons will be sorted automatically. You don't have to do anything. If you click the three dots, you can also go to settings, and then you can choose to hide apps or whatever else you prefer. And these were some of the best tips and tricks for your One UI home. As I repeated, I'm not going to use any third-party widgets. I'm not going to use any third-party icon packs, because those are basically for separate videos. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them down. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.